Episode 8. The Infinite Interior. A house that appeared on a street where no lot existed. A family that moved in but never bought groceries. And the neighbor who looked through the window and saw a room that was larger than the house itself. Most people believe that geometry is a fixed law of the universe. They assume that the outside of a building must match the space on the inside. They are wrong. This is the investigation into the infinite interior. The story begins on May 10th, 1964. In a quiet suburb of Ohio, the residents of Blackwood Drive woke up to find a new house at number 42. The problem was, on May 9th, number 42 was an empty, wooded lot. There were no construction crews, no tire tracks, no noise in the middle of the night, just a perfectly manicured lawn and a two-story colonial that looked like it had been there for 30 years. A family of 4 moved in that same afternoon. They wore clothes that were 10 years out of style. They waved to neighbors, but their eyes never seemed to blink. The local mail carrier was the first to notice the anomaly. He reported that when he stood at the front door, the hallway appeared to stretch for miles, disappearing into a horizon that shouldn't exist within the wooden frame of a suburban home. Then came the night of June 1st. A neighbor, driven by curiosity, climbed a ladder to look into a second-story window. He didn't see a bedroom. He saw a vast, open plain under a violet sky, with mountains in the distance and a wind rattling the glass from within. By the time the authorities arrived the next morning, the house was gone. Not burned down, not moved, simply gone. The wooded lot was back, the trees undisturbed, as if the last 3 weeks had been a collective fever dream. But the neighbor kept one thing, a small, silver key he had found on the grass where the front door had been. A key that, 60 years later, still feels warm to the touch. The town council brought the surveyors. The police brought the statements. The house brought the one thing a neighborhood cannot contain: the impossible. If you believe there are doors that should never be opened, hit subscribe. This is Midnight True Thrills. We tell the stories most people never hear. Like, share, and help us grow this channel. We drop a new deep dive every Sunday. Next week, we move from the haunted suburbs to the edge of the solar system. A probe that stopped sending data in 1982 suddenly wakes up. It begins transmitting images of a city made of glass, floating in the atmosphere of a planet that is supposed to be a gas giant. Next episode, The Glass Horizon. Make sure your notifications are on. You will not want to miss it.